Testing. Testing. I'm here. If anybody's sitting there watching, plugging in my fan, but I'm still around. I'm just not on the screen right now. Get some airflow moving in the old shop here. What's up, everybody? Just getting everything set up here yet. That's what we're working with today. Getting all the parts over here. There's the box I'm looking for. There we go. We got more parts. More parts. More parts. Hey, Jersey Jason, what's up, brother? Another ARRMA. I know. It's all right. I got a need for speed now. And I don't have the money to do it gas. What's up, chef? Got some pinions. We got some hoons. Little baby hoons. We got the infraction on the table. We're fixing to do some some wrenching tonight. So yeah, my goal, make this thing go close, or at least close to 100 miles an hour. Hey, what's up, Ben? Dabbling a little bit more brushless tonight. You like it? Oh, hold on. It's backwards. Yeah. Wade gave me the long block Saturday. So that's going to go in. We got a race Sunday. So by Sunday morning, that SRE Case Reed long block is going to be going. Thanks, Ben. I appreciate it. I wasn't too sure how some of my subscribers were going to react to putting some electric stuff in and out of here. So I'm glad to hear that people are liking it. Yeah. I got to catch up on your stuff, Ben. I didn't get the notifications for your last couple. We're going to put this top down. And then we'll work on it from there. Shout out Chef Beardsley for this awesome idea with the top down view. So this stuff, or this truck, I should say, comes brushed with a battery for in the mid $200 range. They had this on a scratch and dent sale, and I got it for under $200. So I had to pick it up. But my goal here is to go as close to 100 miles an hour as I can with it. I think it's a good truck to try. It's low. I mean, it's not the most aerodynamic, but it's low, and it's nothing more than a brushed Vendetta right now. And those Vendettas are known to hit 70 all day long. So I'm going to try my damnedest to go 100. My goal in going this, see, I got a cheaper BLX ESC. It's a little inferior to the Spectrum, but the price was right. So this is the BLX 100 amp ESC. I'm going to eventually get 120 amp ESC to put in this because I want to run it on 4S as well. That'll be the last run to kill the drivetrain. Hey, GWT, what's going on? What's nice about these Spectrum, the Spectrum 100 amp ESC and the BLX, it comes with a cat pack already soldered on, which is nice. Plus, it has the cat pack built into the ESC. So yeah, we're going to get this installed. I went with a lower kV motor than the Vendetta has. This is the 3200 kV Spectrum, and I believe the Vendetta comes with a 3900. So we went with a little bit lower kV, slightly. I don't know if it's inferior, but we went with the BLX ESC because I went the budget-friendly route, because I'm eventually going to put 120 amp ESC in here to go 4S. And that's the gas guy thinking he knows what he's talking about when it comes to brushless, but we're going to try it. How'd everybody's 4th go? Everybody have a good Independence Day? Independence Day is one of my favorite holidays. God bless America. So, like I said, this comes brushed, and it's nothing more than the ARRMA 3S lineup. The chassis, everything's the same. It's a long wheelbase chassis. Um, I put the center drive shaft carrier bearing already in there. I put this in the other day. So this will keep the drive shaft from flexing, the center drive shaft from flexing. It's a little carrier bearing. This does not come on this truck stock. So I installed that. I'll probably have to get a different drive shaft because now I'm seeing that that bearing doesn't fit, but it'll be fine. And then it's real simple to get this motor and slipper combo out. You have one screw on the bottom here, and then you pull out this red wedge. Where is it? Right there. This red wedge, you pull that out, then you pull back on this here, and the whole setup comes out. Yeah, that's terrible. In case anybody hadn't heard, we lost a hot hoopty. He passed away this past week. Nitro Freak had a nice tribute to him last night. I like these little trim pry bars. I forgot where I saw it. Somebody else was using one of these, but this is a good tool to have when you're working on some of these RCs. Because if I remember correctly from the big rack, because this is the same chassis, this just pries straight up. I remember it being a pain in the butt. Put the screw back in and tap on it. It might be able to get it. So we'll put the screw back in. This is either just going to push the nylock out on the other side, and all it did was push the nylock out on the other side like I said it was going to. So we'll reset that nut, and then I'll try plan number 2. What's up, Addicted to RC? What's going on, brother? Putting the brushless ESC in this tiny infraction here. Yep, I'm beating on it with a hammer because that's how we're going to do it. Man, that thing's in there. But this has to come out of here so that yeah, there's only one screw in it. What's up, Lauren? I'm getting this out one way or another, fellers. That fits. Everybody's here to watch me struggle again. Oh, why won't you come out? Oh, I remember this gave me trouble in my Big Rock too. Can't remember what I did. Get it out. Oh, we're under it. I just got under it. All right, we're under it. See if I can pop it out. I'm not hung up on anything either. I don't know what's going on here. Do it up, Addicted. I mean, I don't know whose idea it was to make a brush version of this, but nobody does brush done anymore these days. Come on. Really wondering why this won't come out. I don't want to ruin the chassis. Really not sure what's hanging it up. There aren't any other screws in it. No, that's what I'm trying to get off. I can't get the red piece. The red piece won't come off. It's stuck. So literally what I'm trying to get out right now is the red piece. Yeah, I'm yanking. I'm yanking as hard as I can and nothing's happening. Something ain't right. It's almost like it's glued in there. It's weird. It's not budging at all. I'm going to throw it. Well, this is odd. Wonder if it was a return and somebody glued it, because I did get this on the scratch and dent. Why would somebody glue this? It's literally free. The whole thing's free underneath. I can flex the chassis. I can see that that's free. It slides straight up, right? I remember doing this on the big rack. Oh, it's slut. Wow. Oh, I'm so dumb. That's why I do this on camera, so you guys can laugh at me. It's literally this easy, guys. Wow. I'm glad that you guys were here because this piece doesn't come up. It goes out like this. This way. Addicted saves the day. Oh. And then this slides back like this. And now your whole motor, slipper, pinion, this is all one piece, all one unit. And then you basically have your rolling chassis here now. So we can set this to the side while we work on the slipper setup. Crack into this. They are nice rigs. They really are. For the price I got it for, I could not beat it for being brand new. Buggies and Truggies, what's going on, brother? We're converting the small ARRMA infraction. We're converting it to brushless, and I have a plan of going 100 miles an hour with it. So that's what we're doing tonight. Trying something new here. That's all. Jeremy Thornton, what's up? Wade, what's going on, brother? Working on some electric tonight, guys. Working on some electric. So this one, being the cheaper model, comes with this is all plastic. So you got your slipper. I think this is a 55 tooth. I ordered a 50 tooth for it, but I'll have to count the teeth on that. And then here's your mesh plate. We're changing this out. And I ordered the BLX heavy duty aluminum from Jenny's RC, of course. And this all just slides back in. It's all interchangeable. It's all the BLX chassis. 90% of this stuff's all the same. somebody Loctited into the plastic on this. That's on the one from Jenny's. Oh no, I take that back. That one came out of the aluminum, so it was Loctited into the aluminum. Hey Todd, what's going on? Yeah, Jeremy, how's your Outcast? I remember you got the Outcast because Chef has one too. I always mark one of these teeth with a silver Sharpie before I start counting. Yeah, so this is a 55. I'm going to put a 50 in it. And the reason I'm doing a 50 is because I'm going with a bigger pinion, and I'm gearing it. Oh, I'm gearing it like the Vendetta. So let me see. So I'm just testing my how tight the slipper was from the factory, and it was half a turnout. And this is nothing more than a 12 millimeter plastic nut here. I don't have the tool that it comes with. I don't know where I put it, honestly. But it comes with like a red wrench. So pull that off. Remember how everything goes. This slipper, this is not the same slipper that comes with the rest of the BLX stuff. And that slides off like this. Remember how your slipper plates go. Slipper pads. And then goes back on like this. The pin goes through the middle here. I'm sorry if you guys are having trouble seeing this. I'm not good at. Like this. So this pin goes through the back side of the slipper, which is basically your out drive. Then we put our slipper pad on. Or you can put the slipper pad on the spur gear here. So now we got our slipper set up like this. This might not go over the threads. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yep. Try and fish it in. A pair of needle nose. And it went in and out. One more time. Fish it in with our needle nose. There, it's in. I'm just going to catch up on the chat here real quick. Yeah, silver Sharpie. It's perfect to see on the black stuff. What Jeremy, what 750 kV motor is that? Who makes that? From Primal headquarters. Geez, you're a lot closer than I am, dude. I'm like from New York City, I'm at least 8 hours, solid 8 hours. So we got the slipper all put back together now. Now I'm just tightening the tension spring. I'm going to tighten it all the way up. And this was out a half before. So think of it like a clock. I'm going to put it at, let's say we're at 3 o'clock. I'm only going to loosen it a quarter to 12 o'clock. And this one's pretty easy to adjust. I can adjust it from the top inside the car. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. So, and then this just slides back into our carrier here. And then I can install the motor and the pinion right into there. Yeah, 780 Spectrum. Is that the stock motor? I think Gus was telling me that the stock motor is pretty good. So, yeah, this only comes with a 15-tooth pinion on it. And I think I got 2 pinions. 4 hours each way to find a bash spot. Where are they? Here they are. So I got 2 pinions. I got a 20 and a 26. So I got some options here. I'm not going to go for the 26 right away. Not going to do it. Sure, I say that now. I want to get a feel for it. Do a couple runs with the 20 before I go right for the 26. It's the first time I'm going for speeds this fast with something that's that low to the ground. So we'll get rid of this plastic. I wasn't sure that this was going to hold up when I start putting the torque from the brushless on there. Keep the big pinion and start with a lower lipo. All right. That's a good idea. I do have that 130C gens pack that I use for drag racing. I could try that first, the 2S. Thanks, Todd. You know, I've come to the realization, and Chef said this before, that it stinks editing a wrench video. It's so boring. We got our heat sink. This is stock on the BLX chassis now. Goes in this one. So slide this over like this. Beautiful. Clock the engine or the motor so that I can get to the screws, get to the mounting points. I don't know why the lighting's so bad over here tonight. See you later, Wade. I was telling all these guys that I was doing I was getting your long block ready for drag racing this weekend. You know what, Addicted? I'm going to go with the smaller pinion first so that I can compare to see how much the pinion changes it for content purposes. Because then I can show how much a lipo, or how much the batteries can change the speed. But I do like that idea that you gave me. Yeah, Wade's been doing a lot of run videos now. It's cool. I met up with him and Vance on Sunday on my way home from camping and picked up that long block. Greg, any more headway on racing this year? How's it going? Yep, I knew this was going to be an issue. Okay, so there's a set screw, and you can't quite get to it, and I'm sure that's why they have the E clip on this. Because honestly, I don't think it's going to go anywhere with just the E clip. Or I can pop this plate off. Yeah, man. It's everybody's busy time. It's the time of the year when we all can run our stuff and everybody's got to work. The SRE engine is no joke. That's what I like to hear. Oh, crap. That thing went flying. I'll never find that again. Good news is I can't find my tray. Here it is. I'm thinking that's a pretty standard size little E-clip there. And I should have some in my roving set. But I'm probably wrong. Yeah, nothing that small. I'm going to have to rob it out of the other bag. There's no way I'm finding that. These E-clips stink. I hate working with these things. There it is. That's on now. Now I can tighten and Loctite this pinion. Little set screw here. Now we are trying to push more out of it. We run almost wide open for 3 to 5 minutes, during which we hope for a caution. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot for that little 2-stroke engine. That is a lot. Yep, and I just screwed that up. Dummy. Everybody at home laughing at me. He's never going to learn if he doesn't do it himself. That's right. Oh, no, that was right. Come on, you bonehead. I literally had it the right way. I took it off. I can breathe. E-clip's off. This Loctite's still good. Or the Loctite's, or what do you know what I'm saying? Ooga booga. E-clip was back on. I could breathe. Then I could put this back on. This little guy right here. Give her a little dab of sauce. $30.39 gearing. So I tried to run mine this weekend, Jeremy, or yesterday. I got up real early, went out to the BMX track, got everything all set up, got my camera on my head. I was getting a little bit of a feel for the track, and long story short, I got about 45 seconds of run time before the front arm broke on me. Totally unjustified break. Totally unjustified. I think I'm going to do a short. Be like, gas RC enthusiast tries brushless and fails. Because it was a very pitiful break. So upsetting to me. There's crud in there. I don't know what the heck that is. All these parts were used, guys, so trying to find out what all this crud is in there. It's probably just old Loctite being used. We were running second, then we lost the C-clip on the engine. Was just starting to get good, and it broke. You know, I was just talking about. So I think it was Shade Tree. Was Shade Tree RC? He was in Hot Rods Live chat earlier today. I think I was talking with, or we were all talking about the importance of checking your G clips or C clips or whatever you want to call them in your top end when you're rebuilding an engine. Get my piece of paper out here to set my mesh. Tighten down. Good and tight. Sorry guys, I'm not sure why the lighting's so bad in here tonight, but see, we got that play in that gear. That's what you want. I noticed flaws in the arm molded plastic in mine, so I already have RPM arms ready to go. Spare parts junkie kind of guy. Yeah, I got RPM on order. I emailed ARRMA and I sent them all the information. And I'm going to give a shout out to A Main Hobbies here tonight because I went on when I ordered. Hold on one second, getting sidetracked. And then this just goes back on and this whole assembly is ready to go back in the truck. So I ordered my Outcast from A Main, and like 2 days later, it went on sale. A Main gave me a store credit. That's awesome customer service. I told the guys, like, I'm going to give you guys a shout out tonight. So now that I'm going into aluminum here, I'm going to Loctite all these screws. Everybody hates on these DDM kits. Drivers, I love these DDM drivers. I torque crap all the time on the fifth scales with them. The thing I'm dreading the most about this whole process is calibrating the CSC, because the one in my big rock wasn't calibrated when I got it, and it was a pain in the butt to get into learn mode. It did not want to go in learn mode. So here we go. Here's our finished assembly. We got our Spectrum Firma 3200 kV brushless motor. We got this is the stock fan and heat sink from a BLX chassis. We got our BLX mesh plate, and all this stuff is good to go back in. I'm going to save this. I put brushed in my kids' stuff. My kids all run brushed. Keep spare ARRMA arms for mine. I only have 2 broken ARRMA 1/5 arms. I don't like RPM on my fifth scale. Yeah, I remember you and Sergeant Jay were saying that the other day. Our group chat is kind of torn between liking the not the Spectrum, liking the RPM stuff for the 8S and not. So I'm going to set this off to the side because I do want to crack these diffs open tonight. Get the chassis back on here. Honestly, and out of the box, these shocks are mint. Let's see. These smaller rigs, I don't like using my electric driver for. I don't like stripping pieces. Yes, you're right. I'm going to tighten these pretty tight in the rear here. But yeah, out of the box, and I don't even hear, you know how sometimes you get an RTR and you start pushing on them and all you hear is the shock going, shh, shh, shh. None of that. There's no air in them from what I can hear at all, which is nice. Because nothing aggravates somebody more than getting their RTR home and having to do something like shock oil when all they want to do is put a battery in it and go. But I guess that's just all part of the hobby. Cut the middle of the wing out for higher speeds. That's a good idea. I was thinking about putting holes in it so that it still has some structure to it, so it's not flapping. We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be a learning curve for me. What's nice about doing this live stream is I can go back in the live chat and see all everybody's suggestions here and then roll with them. Yeah, you are full of good ideas. I'm glad. I mean, we got a good little thing going there with that group chat. We all bounce ideas off of each other. I appreciate everybody being here and checking this out tonight. If I can entertain at least one person, I think I did all right. We'll see what this looks like on the inside. These are plastic diffs. One thing I don't like about this platform, this chassis that they make, is that these diffs are plastic. Do it up, man. Buy one of them dragsters. There's plenty of people in Jersey doing them. Hit up Jersey Jason Gas RC, man. If you want to do it, he's helped me out so much. Jersey Jason has helped me up a lot with the dragster stuff. No, but I didn't see your comment about the dragster to answer your question. All right, so this thing has torsion bars. All right, and then You got to take this rear. No, you don't have to take the whole thing off. There's only one screw that goes up through it. All right. So to get this rear diff house out, 1, 2, 3 screws. Sorry. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 screws. You don't have to take the rear bumper off. When we start getting really fast, I'm going to get some Lexan sheeting, and I'm going to do the whole bottom of the chassis in it so that the air doesn't get up under the body. There's 3 guys here around me with the 5th scale dragsters at the moment, GWT. Our goal is to make them appealing to everybody. I mean, we had a good crowd interested in them, and there's already a couple guys asking about them. And honestly, what you get out of the box for the price is pretty good, considering they come with a G320 now. You can't beat it. And somebody like me with a local club that is pretty green at it, you could be relatively competitive with that right out of the box. So this whole top piece comes off. It's your rear shock or shock tower, bulkhead, and now you have this whole set diff housing set up right here. And this is basically open. There's nothing in there. So we're gonna put some I'm going to put 500K. So again, I can take my roller, my chassis, and now I forgot which size this is. I think it's a 2. There's a screw down in here. Oh, it is a 2 mil, which is what I have on the driver. So there's a screw down in here. You can feel it. And then that's how you get this shaft off. I'm going to have to put a light over here or something so that you guys can see. Thanks, Addicted. All right. So you can get your stub shaft off. And then we got 2 screws here. And then this takes up this inner outer diff house support. I don't know what to call it. I'm making stuff up as I go along. I like this pit mat that I got. This was a Amazon find. It's under soldering mat. It's actually really nice. But I am going to work off of a clean paper plate here. And 2 other tracks within 3 hours drive. Yeah, I mean, I am planning on traveling at least once for a race. So this piece comes off. I don't need to take that off. Now I can open up this diff. Now I'm not sure what type of diff this is. If this is a Sun and Planet or like a spline diff, like a slash. I'm not too sure, but we'll find out together. I might leave the front diff the way it is right now so that I don't get too much ballooning or power to the front. I'm eventually going to have to put more power to the front, but we will see. Like I said, first shakedown, I'll see where I need a tune. All right, let's crack this baby open. All right. Oh, and it's a spline setup, and it's full of grease. Now, I don't like when manufacturers do this. They fill these up with this grease. I don't like it. I'm going to get as much out as I can, and then I'll fill it right on top of it. Get a paper towel. Oh. Yeah, this is. I don't like this grease. It's like Vaseline. Just scoop it out with my pick. Then I'll get some fluid in there. I'm not going to get too carried away in cleaning it. Get the majority of it out. Put some nice Team Fast Eddie grease around the ring and pinion. And I'm done. All right. So we got it pretty much all cleaned out. This stuff off. Majority of this off. That off. All right. That's pretty clean. Rest of the crap off my hands. I like this TLR grease or diff fluid. I like this one, and I also like the Team Associated, or Factory Team, not Team Associated. All right. Cut this bad boy open with a pair of scissors. Thick boy. Get the tip a little bit bigger there. Fill her up. Open that up a little bit more if I can. Oh yeah, it's flowing a lot better now. Best way to do a diff, fill it out and let it push itself out, and especially this type of diff. Even the Mad Van had planetary gears. I'm a little disappointed that this was a spline setup. All right, get a good amount in there. Yeah, make a mess in the process. Can't simply build a diff without making a mess, am I right? All right. There it is. She's in there and she's home. Put 2 screws in there and I'll test to make sure that it's meshed right. You guys have any predictions for my first pass? How fast this truck's gonna go? Anybody have a prediction? I'm expecting with the pinion I'm putting in it, it's gonna go. I'm hoping at least 50 on 3S. Low 40s on 4S, or 2S. But what I'm hoping is, because this is the same chassis that new 4S Outcast is on. Oh, beautiful. We're rolling good. So this is the same chassis that new Forest Outcast is on. So I'm wondering if they're going to use these same diffs. Between 50 and 60. 3S50? Yeah, you're probably right. Know what they say, time will tell. Time will tell. Ooh. Again, I appreciate everybody's sticking with me here. Wipe this off a little bit. Uh-oh. Team Fast Eddie grease on here. On our plastic ring and pinion. If it was me, I would hope not to crash in the first pass. That's why we're going to go easy, Greg. We're going to take it nice and easy on that first pass. This is a very budget friendly build that I have going on here. I'm into this whole thing for. I'm going to put the price tag right at $300. I got the truck complete RTR for under 200. Motor and ESC were from Jenny's. That was like a $70 purchase. I think the motor was $37. The ESC was $43. I got the whole set of hoons for $30. All right, something's a little crunchy there. I'm gonna back these off and see if that helps. It did help. So I had that over torqued, and with this being plastic, I could see that being an issue. Give that some fingertip torque. Give her some Team Fast Eddie grease. I'm not going to put a whole lot on here because it's I don't want to create too much drag. Just enough to make the ring and pinion glide. Cool. Got our grease on there, just a little bit, like I said. Now we can put this guy back on, our half shaft. Get on that. I'm on that screw again. Make sure this is meshed properly. I have a few more clock ticks before bed. I appreciate it a lot, man. Appreciate everybody's support. Makes, it's something like this, it makes somebody want to keep doing it when you have people interested in what you're doing. All right. Drop the whole diff assembly back in. Line up your splines on your stub shafts. There we go. All right. Reseat your diff in the diff house. And then remember where you put your diff house. Shock tower. Bueller. I do this all the time when I'm wrenching. I set something somewhere that's right in front of my face, like this just was. Now, if this was like a basher, a heavy basher, I would have filled that diff right up. But seeing how I'm doing this as a speed run car, believe it or not, grease adds a lot of drag. You put too much in. At least that's how I feel. Oh, crap. Shocks and links. Sorry, I got the fun task of not remembering where I put, or where all the screws go that I took out. Hey, what's going on, Wade's Fifth Scale for Life? We're doing a little bit more brushless stuff tonight, brother. Not everybody's cup of tea, but starting to filter in some new content here. Make sure we're still rolling free. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize I was off camera. Hey, what's up, Vance? Another brushless ARRMA. Well, it was brushed. Now it's brushless. My quest for 100 miles an hour, guys. Diff rolls free. I can put my links back on and my shocks. I don't want to mess with ride height too much right now, so put everything back to factory ride height. The only thing I'm going to change is my spring tension. I'm going to tighten it up quite a bit. Like I was saying before, this is probably one of the best. I mean, the shock wise, out of all the RTRs I've ever had, probably one of the best I've ever had right out of the box. Tighten these up. Right about there. That one I might have to put back in the shock tower to get to move. Another Spanish lesson. Yeah, Vance, that 29. Holy cow, that was moving. I don't know what you guys did to that, but save the recipe for me. We got this moving now. So when I set up ride height, or when I make spring tension adjustments, I always use my mic, and I try and get them as close as I can. So I'm about 3,000s right now there. Get as close as I can by eye. And I'm pretty close. I have dibs on it, he says. For a 29, that thing was just incredible. And everybody sleeps on that Roving 36. I'm even guilty of it. The one I had, I donated to Wade, and he built that one that he's got in his 30-degree north, and that thing is an animal. If they all ran like that, I would stop telling people not to buy them. If somebody's asking on a forum or something, I tell people stay away from the Roving 36 because it's always been such a controversy surrounding it. Everybody says that they're garbage. I guess if you had a single ring one, it wasn't bad. But the dual ring ones are pretty bad, kind of like the 45. Almost got the rear end back together here. I might have this my rear suspension might be too tight now. I might have did it too much. Wade poured it in my living room. That's fantastic. There, that's what fell off the bench. Screwdriver I'm looking for. Put this back on. Wipe the screwdriver off before I get metal filings in my finger. That's never a good day. Yeah, Wade's yeah. That was his buddy Rocco's truck. That thing's incredible too. That was like one of his first videos. I remember that. Yeah, I can't find. I'm looking for the fuel tank on this, Vance. I've been looking, man. Haven't found it yet. So, yep, I might have that too tight, but we'll find out eventually. All right, now remember this side. I set this all up. This is the motor and slipper combo, meshed all perfectly nice. And this piece just slides in. Line up the spline until it clicks. And this in. Oh, this has to go up and over. There it goes. You'll hear it snap in. And now we're meshed. That's in. And then the next piece of the puzzle is this piece I couldn't get out earlier that I fought and I fought and I fought. That goes back in like so. And then this screw goes through the bottom. Holds it all together. So now all right, GWT, have a good night. Hey, Judah's RC Barn. What's going on, brother? Yeah, no problem, Vance. My one son, he loved that. He just loved all the scales all lined up. He didn't want to leave. Kid's going to be my gearhead for sure. It's funny. I came up with this idea a couple weeks ago. Then somebody said, "Hey, Talbot just did that." After I said I wanted to do it, and then ARRMA releases an RTR version of what I'm doing right now. Get the wire down in the grommet for the lid. Get our lid on. And this fits right on there like it should. Then I'll have to look at my big rock. See how the switch mounts. But this is basically a drag and drop setup here, guys. You're running the 40 tomorrow, Vance? Sick. Normally, if I'm putting an ESC in, because believe it or not, I do have a couple other electrics, I would put a piece of 3M tape, excuse me, before I bolted it down. But since this is just a speed bash car, I'm not going to worry about it. And this goes like that. And then, I don't know what these screws are for, but we're going to use them. The power switch goes right here. We'll give this one up when it hasn't been threaded yet. All right. Now, it's color coded. You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is an extension wire for the fan. Is there a splitter? See, I screwed up. I screwed that up. All right, so this here the motor fan runs right off the. No, it's got a. it must run right off the auxiliary. That's what I'm going to go with. Plug it in and see how it goes. Because I keep looking at my big rack for reference, because it's got the same electronic setup. That's exactly what it does. It goes right to the ESC and plugs in, or sorry, not the ESC. It goes right into the receiver, and then it's got constant power for the motor fan. Guess that's not bad. That's how I got my 8S outcast set up. Constant power to the fan. Especially since we're going to be putting such a big pinion on this eventually, I'm going to want that motor fan. For you guys just joining me, this started out as a brushed RTR 1/8 scale infraction, and I'm installing a brushless system in it, and I'm putting some high-speed gears in it. And I have a goal of 100 miles an hour with this thing eventually. Not right off the start, but eventually this is going to go 100 miles an hour one way or another. I do have a plan of eventually getting a 120 amp ESC and going 4S eventually, in time. The switch back in. ESC's tight. Hey, good night, Vance. Well addicted. I got the engine in and the ESC. I cranked up the rear shocks. I might have went a little too much. It's a little stiff now, but I wanted them stiff. So, and then all this stuff's color coded, guys. This wire attached to your fan extensions, the blue one, orange, or yellow to yellow, orange to orange. And if you guys weren't able to see what color was underneath this black sheath, you could do it by process of elimination. And then got a wire holder right here. One, two, three. Get those all tucked in. Nice and nice like that. Now I got to try and figure out how to get this into learn mode. Get the Max 8 G2 4S combo 2400 kV. Trust me, we'll chat later. Yeah, man. I was gonna do 120 amp Spectrum ESC. I was gonna wait for Jenny's to get 4S Outcast parts in stock, and then I was gonna buy the ESC out of that. But I like the Hobby Wing stuff, so I might go that route too. But we'll see how this goes first, man. We're going to put power to this now so I can calibrate the ESC. I'm going to use my drag racing battery. just because I know it has juice in it. Only have rear wheel drive in there right now. Then put the drive shaft back in. All right. In. In. All right. Got that all in. Now, this battery actually fits in there mint. Strap it down just in case. I think I'm going to set up a camera on the peak of my garage so that when I go out and test, I can broadcast from the peak of my outside too. That's another dream I have later down the road. All right, so we got that in. Colors on. We got power. We got power, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm just running the stock radio right now. I'm eventually going to hook up my my Fly Sky to it, my Noble, but I don't have a receiver for it quite yet. So, like I've mentioned before, this was the hardest ESC I've ever calibrated when I did it in my Big Rock. I just got done putting a new motor in my low CL SCT nitro motor. So this thing is very difficult to get into learn mode. You don't hold it like a hobby wing. You push it. There it is. All right, we got it. That was so hard for me when I did it on my Big Rock. This system is actually a stock. This is the stock system out of a Big Rock. It's the 100 amp BLX ESC and the Spectrum 3200 kV motor. And I went with this. The reason why I went with this was because it was cheap. And I'm trying to do a budget build here. And the only difference that I've found with researching this BLX ESC, because it's the same one I have in my Big Rock, the only difference or downside is reliability between this and the Spectrum 100 amp. I could be wrong. Most of the time I am, but just with my own research, so I figured it should be all right. And if I pop an ESC, it was like $40, so I'm not too worried about it. But still, $40 is $40, so I don't want to pop an ESC right away. But we got I got a set of hoons. We're gonna put the hoons on. Get rid of the rallies. Ooh. I don't know if I like how flimsy these rims are. That might be an issue. I might have to. Anybody with a Vendetta in here? Are the 11s or have a set of 11s? Are they like this? Such a flimsy rim. The Hoon's addicted or the ESC? The wounds. All right, thanks both. I appreciate that. I also serviced the diffs addicted. I put a 500K in the rear. Actually, I didn't service the front diff. I take that back, but I put 500K in the rear. Here's the Hoons. These are going to look sick with the body. Maybe I'll actually make a thumbnail this time. I don't ever make thumbnails. I don't think they make a program card for this ESC though. I gotta find I gotta find a program card that'll work with it. I do remember, I think RC Guy Garage did a live stream a couple months ago, maybe a year ago now, maybe longer, where he was trying to calibrate this ESC with a program card. It wasn't working. But I think I have seen videos where guys were using Hobby Link cards, so I don't know. I don't know, gentlemen and ladies, if there's any ladies here. Boom. Mama said these were my racing shoes. They're going to take me anywhere. I do want to get the bash bar too. That goes, because I feel like this chassis is going to want to flex like this. So I feel like I'm gonna have to stiffen this up. That's gonna be another thing I gotta get is the bash bar. But for phase 1, I think she'll do all right. I think phase 1 she'll do all right. Oh. I got her jacked up in the rear now. She looks good. Now that I got that spring, now that I tightened the springs, I raised the ride height. And I got a steel sliver in my finger like I said I didn't want to. Things are everywhere in my shop. Anyways, so I'm going to have to adjust the drag links. Wade's fifth scale for life. I have everything from 124th to 5th, boats and drones. I love all kinds of RC. My real fifth scale won't come until January 2023. Yeah, it's a nice color, ain't it? I don't think the new one's coming in this color. Like, this was the Resto mod. That's what they were calling it. Yeah. I think she looks pretty good, guys. With the hoons on it. Looks good, right? See if I can get it to sit. Table's not big enough. Yeah, I went a little overboard in the rear with the... I mean, honestly, for the price, you couldn't beat it. And I'm almost wondering if it wasn't a scratch and dent, and they were just trying to offload the stock on this before they dropped the new infraction. Because I literally bought this a week before they dropped that new, the brushless infraction, which is basically what I'm doing here. I think they just have the 3900 kV engine in it, or motor, and the Spectrum ESC opposed to the BLX that I did. I would check. Tower Hobbies might still have them a couple on scratch and dent. I don't know. I haven't checked in a couple days. I know that they were there the other day when I looked, which was like 2-3 days ago. Let me check right now. Let me look right now. Go Tower Hobbies. Yep. They still have them, guys. Still on sale, $179.99. Scratch and dent, Tower Hobbies. They have both colors. They have the color I have, and they also have the red, white, and blue, which is pretty sick. I should have got the red, white, and blue now that I'm looking at it, but heck yeah. But come on, for under $200 to get an RTR and to have I'm into this for under $300, and it's gonna be just as good, if not better, than what ARRMA's gonna put out for their RTR version. Because what is that one? That's like $400, right? That's the MSRP on it. Go to Horizon real quick. Horizon Hobby. Infraction. 1/8 4-wheel drive Mega Resto Mod. Oh, that's the one I have. .3S BLX 4-wheel drive. All right, Judas, I appreciate you stopping by. I do like this black and gold one. $399.99. So I'm going to be into this for a little less than $100 than what they're going to put out at the RTR. So I'm doing all right. And mine's going to go 100. But I'm going to end the stream here, guys. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Next time you see it, hopefully it'll be zooming. Zooming. So I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for checking me out tonight, and I'll catch you on the next one. Give her a thumbs up. Thanks for the support.